The position of women in the Achaemenid Empire differed depending on which culture they belonged to, and therefore varied depending on the region. The position of Persian women in actual Persia has traditionally been described from mythological, biblical references and the sometimes biased ancient Greek sources. Neither of them fully reliable as sources. But the most reliable references are the archaeological Persepolis fortification tablets, PFT, which describes women in connection to the royal court in Persepolis. From royal women to female laborers who were recipients of food rations at Persepolis. The hierarchy of the royal women at the Persian court was ranked with the king's mother first, followed by the queen and the king's daughters, the king's concubines, and the other women of the royal palace. The king normally married a female member of the royal family or a Persian noblewoman related to a satrap or another important Persian man. It was permitted for members of the royal family to marry relatives. But there is no evidence for marriage between closer family members than half-siblings. The king's concubines were often either slaves, sometimes prisoners of war, or foreign princesses, whom the king did not marry because they were foreigners, and whose children did not have the right to inherit the throne. Greek sources accuse the king of having hundreds of concubines secluded in a harem. But there is no archaeological evidence supporting the existence of a harem, or the seclusion of women from contact with men. At the Persian court, the royal women joined the king at breakfast and dinner and accompanied him on his journeys. They may have participated in the royal hunt, as well as during the royal banquets. Herodotus relates how the Persian envoys at the Macedonian court demanded the presence of women during a banquet because it was the custom for women to participate in the banquets in their own country. The queen may have attended the king's audience, and archaeological evidence shows that she gave her own audiences, at least for female supplicants. Royal women and noble women at court could furthermore travel on their own, accompanied by both male and female staff, own and manage their own fortune, land, and business. Depictions of Persian women show them with long dresses and veils which did not cover their faces, nor their hair, only flowing down over their neck at the back of the head as an ornament. Royal and aristocratic Achaemenid women were given an education in subjects that did not appear compatible with seclusions, such as horsemanship and archery. Royal and aristocratic women held and managed vast estates and workshops and employed large numbers of servants and professional laborers. Royal and aristocratic women do not seem to have lived in seclusion from men, since it is known that they appeared in public and traveled with their husbands, participated in hunting and in feasts. At least the chief wife of a royal or aristocratic man did not live in seclusion, as it is clearly stated that wives customarily accompanied their husbands at dinner banquets, although they left the banquet when the women entertainers came in and the men began merrymaking. No woman ever ruled the Achaemenid Empire as monarch or as regent, but some queen's consorts are known to have had influence over the affairs of state, notably Atossa and Parysatis. There are no evidence of any women being employed as an official in the administration or within religious service. However, there are plenty of archaeological evidence of women being employed as free laborers in Persepolis, where they worked alongside men. Women could be employed as the leaders of their workforce, known by the title Arasara Pasabina, which were then given a higher salary than the male workers of their workforce. And while female laborers were given less than men, qualified workers within the crafts were given equal pay regardless of their sex.